A 2-year-old boy in Texas grabbed his mother's phone, somehow managed to grab this unlocked cell phone, and somehow managed to accidentally order 31 cheeseburgers. Listen, this isn't a national story, but who cares? I love it because turns out 2-year-olds can be heroes. Now, on Monday, Kelsey Golden, who works in media marketing for a school, was working on the school's annual yearbook on her computer at home. Now, she was transferring photos from her phone to her computer when her adorable 2-year-old son, Barrett, started yanking on her phone. Golden explained that her son loves the camera feature on the phone. He likes to look at his reflection, she said, instead of playing games or doing other activities on her phone. Now, this time Barrett did a little more than just look at his reflection, because he ended up ordering food that no one intended to order. He starts pressing the screen, swinging it around like his arm is a roller coaster, she said. Then Golden received a notification that her DoorDash order was taking longer than usual, which was unusual itself because although she sometimes ordered DoorDash for her 2 older children's lunches at school, that morning she actually packed their lunches. So she's like, that's weird. Then a car pulls up. It is the food delivery driver. She says a car pulls in and I was like, what? So I went over to it and she gets out a giant McDonald's bag and is like 31 cheeseburgers. So he ordered the 31 cheeseburgers. She was surprised by this, but here's the problem. They don't like cheeseburgers. No one in the household likes cheeseburgers. They don't eat cheeseburgers. So now they have a conundrum, okay? What do they do with the cheeseburgers? They can't send it back, that would be cruel. And so they put out a notice so people who wanted the cheeseburgers in the neighborhood could show up and pick the cheeseburgers up. So let's get to that detail. First of all, come on. Look at that rosy cheek cutie over there.
I know.
I love him.
Look at all those burgers. So he's awesome, but come on, the real hero is Kelsey Golden, the mom, because of what she did with the burgers.
Yes, so as I mentioned, she put out a notice and people showed up. She says it kind of blew up from there. One woman came by, she was pregnant and wanted 6 of them, no judgment.
I love that.
I know, look, I don't think she's judging the pregnant woman, but like, why did that stand out to you?
Well, come on, 6 burgers. If I asked for 6 cheeseburgers, that would even stand out.
Of course.
A little.
Look, but it depends. The cheeseburgers, the little cheeseburgers. Some people can eat 6 of those.
Okay, not me, but okay. Anyway,
people are saying.
But it's hashtag no judgment. Okay, I love it. I love it that she offered it. I love that people came up and took advantage of it. And it's a nice story of camaraderie in a neighborhood. And I'm actually thrilled because I was worried that the story was gonna end with, and she sued the app that delivered it and said, how dare you? And this is outrageous, and it was your fault, and not my 2-year-old's fault. It's never my 2-year-old's fault, okay? And that was, I was like, oh no, I don't want that story. And it turns out, no, she's like, yeah, I'll pay, and here, I'll give it to the community. I'm like, yes, hope exists. Hope exists in the world.
Okay, so now we must take a feel-good story and turn it into a controversy.
Oh no.
Mostly because what I'm about to say is controversial.
Okay.
Okay, so she accepted the burgers even though it was a mistake and she paid for it. And so how much did it cost? So the total order came out to $91.70, which leads me to believe it wasn't the little cheeseburgers, because little cheeseburgers are like $1. But anyway, the reason why it was so expensive is because she left a really generous 25% tip.
No, he did, the 2-year-old.
Barrett did it. Barrett did, okay, never mind.
Okay.
Then my point is moot.
You were gonna say that she.
Can you guys please, look, I'm a firm believer in the 20% tip. I tip 20% no matter what. You could spit in my food, I could find out about it, and I'd still tip you 20%.
I would not.
Okay, it's hyperbole, but you get what I'm saying. Like, times are tough, and workers should get the 20% tip. But like, now the 25% tip is becoming more and more expected.
Yeah.
For lack of a better, yeah.
Yeah, during COVID, even if you went to pick it up, people started expecting a tip. First of all, a lot of people didn't use the tip when they picked up because I went all the way over to your restaurant.
I don't tip when I pick up, sorry.
Right. And then people were like, oh, 15%. And then people started saying, no, you have to tip 20% even when you're picking up.
No, sorry, no. My favorite is when, sorry, I'm real worked up about this.
Okay.
My favorite is when you're ordering at the counter. You're ordering at the counter. You're ordering at the counter. And then they do this, one of these. Oh. And they flip that screen over, and it's like the suggested tips, 18%, 20%, 25%. It's like, wait, what? First of all, I never tip 15%. I think that's too low, but what happened to 15%?
Totally, 15% is gone now. Lowest they give you is 18%.
18%?
And then they watch as you.
They watch you. What? But you're not. What the hell? I'm ordering at the counter and picking up my food and like just getting out of there. Why am I tipping? What's going on?
Yeah. Now look, they get the food and stuff like that. So even though I'm notoriously cheap, I'm okay. I now tip at the counter and I do all that. Okay.
How about times are tough for everybody?
Yeah, but remember, it's not just us. Yeah, you're putting that pressure on people who have just as much a tough time as the workers do, right? At that particular restaurant. Anyways, and now the tip numbers are. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's everywhere. But in LA, it's like 18, 25, 35, 45. Come on, dude. Wait, 45%. I'm kidding about 45%, but that's not a tip. That's like another meal.
No, in LA and California overall, by the way. And I like this. This is a good thing, but I think it's important to understand the context. The reason why we tip is because of how screwed up this system is, where servers make literal starvation wages, like $3 an hour, if that. And so the employer expects you to pick up the slack and compensate on their behalf through a tip. However, California is different because California passed regulations indicating that all workers must make at least the minimum wage, including servers, including people who work in the service industry. I give you that because while I'm fine continuing to tip them 20%, even though they're making a decent wage, can we not do 25%, please?
Yeah, and now it's like, the part that bothers me is the shaming if you don't.
Yeah.
You want to tip 25%, I love you, brother. I want you to do it, that's great, that's wonderful, okay? But no shaming.
No
okay?
shaming.
Yeah, and last thing on this story, kid's cute, but if my kids did this, it wouldn't be a mistake, okay? Because they're 9 and 11 years old. They're like,
what would you do? What would you do if they ordered like 31 cheeseburgers?
Oh, I mean, first of all, this person's. That's why I think Kelsey's such a hero. I'm gonna put up a Facebook post. I'm gonna invite people to my house. I ain't got no time for people to come to my house to eat burgers and stuff.
You can't be mad at him.
No,
he's too cute. Look at that little smile.
Yeah. I don't know that I would have taken the burgers. I have to be honest. She's a better person than I am.
I would have taken the burgers. Okay. Just because I'd feel terrible having that driver. Like, I mean, I don't know. What do you do?
I'd give the driver $20 and tell him to take the burgers back.
Fair, okay.
Anyways, it's a good thing she's a better person than I am. God bless her. Thanks for watching The Young Turks. Really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.